Hey guys, welcome to the Amir and Farzad show, where you can learn about healthcare, real estate, cryptocurrency, and in general about life, okay? So click the subscribe button because we're here. We want to bring value to you, your friends, and your family. So share it to them so that we can be here and we can be of value, okay? So let's do this.
Well, taking on that, today's topic is we're going to talk about street education and school education.
Oh gosh.
And we're going to discuss what we learned from each one because we've done
a lot of both.
Yeah, done a lot of both, I would say.
Yeah, no, 100%. So, I mean, I think when it comes down to that, I think both are pretty valuable. I think if you're doing a lot of one versus the other, maybe bad. But I've learned a lot. I think street is probably more valuable.
I guess it depends on the person, right? So
Yeah.
you analyze the person first.
Yeah.
Are you an entrepreneur? Whatever that means, right?
Yeah.
Are you an entrepreneur, or do you like to take,
Risk or not.
direction?
Yeah.
By someone, do this, do that.
Yeah.
Both of them are needed.
Yeah.
We need a janitor
Yeah. Just as much as
we need a doctor.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
As much as we need an entrepreneur, right?
Entrepreneur, I think like the street smart brings a little bit of what's it called, tough skin, because in the street, no one's gonna care about you. That's the first thing that I learned right after school. I was like, wow, no one cares about me. Even when I was opening up clinics, I was talking to patients and things of that nature. Even patients, even like people that, were closing down deals on real estate. People say no to you and they say, hey, go on and get out of here. Then what do? Right? If we're in school, I'll go nag to the principal. I'll go nag to the dean. I'll be like, he hurt my feelings. And, that really comes down, it brings a lot of different things of like the product of school brings a lot of almost weak-minded people. It's kind of weird.
What's the goal, right? The end goal is you want to win in life, right?
Yeah.
Because we know doctors, lawyers, CPAs that unfortunately have never really enjoyed life.
Oh my gosh, we have a lot of friends that they've done a lot of things in their life. They've saved lives. They've
Very important.
very, very important people that they've put their input even on us, right? But at the end of the day, once we start talking about Monaco, we're talking about going to if I bring up Singapore one more time during this videos, we're gonna go there. Yeah, a lot has happened. A lot of things go on there, but like Singapore, Thailand, they're like, oh, you have to give me 6 months ahead. Heads up.
They're locked up.
And I'm like,
have honorable jobs. We can't.
We're not talking down to them by any means. But it's like we're saying, hey, that person deserves more.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like we said, like the end goal is if you're happy with what you're doing, then you won, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're an entrepreneur and you're not happy, that means genetically it's just not in you. You don't like. Not sleeping.
Yeah. Always working.
Always stressed.
Always worried about, not even worried. It's more so being cautious, right? Because worried, I've been personally trying to not worry as much. Amir knows this. It's like worrying, that's bad energy.
Yeah.
Right?
It's really.
Even though I'm worried about trying to not worry.
Well, so here's the issue, right? You have entrepreneurs that are going to school at a young age. Their parents are pushing them, and they don't want that route. So you have a teacher that's telling you to do this multiple choice test, and I was never good at multiple choice test.
It's just so annoying. One time I took this thing at the hospital. They're like a personality test, and on there it said, if something bad was happening, would you go tell the supervisor? Would you confront the person directly? Would you try to solve the problem yourself?
Personality test?
Yeah.
If you didn't ace it, I'd be shocked.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I didn't get the job. Let's tell you that.
You failed the personality.
Yeah. What the hell? What the heck?
Well, so it's what is multiple choice testing, right? You have a fish, you have an elephant, you have a bird, you have
Giraffe,
a
yeah.
and there's a tree. And
Yeah.
they're telling each one of these animals or mammals to climb the tree. How's a fish supposed to go up the tree?
How?
I don't think I was supposed to say that word.
But it's okay. We will edit that out. But seriously, like, is a giraffe a bad person? Is the giraffe stupid?
Well, they're making the giraffe feel stupid.
Yeah, the giraffe is gonna. So this is the problem. So if this is at a earlier age, so the giraffe might be decent at basketball, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, I'm gonna go do basketball. I'm gonna go do basketball. The chance of him going to the NBA or something like that is low, and then somebody in the NBA having a long career is also low. I mean, even LeBron hurt himself. What is it? Was it last night?
Just, I think 10 minutes ago.
10 minutes? Was it today?
Yeah, against Phoenix.
Hey, sorry about that, LeBron. Stand up for what's right,
Chris
please.
Paul busted his shoulder but he came back.
Everybody got hurt. But you know what? This is a side note. Dallas Mavericks 2021. Was it
He
2021?
loves the Mavericks.
They're gonna win. Hashtag Luka. Hashtag Doncic. Hit us up, Luka. I think he actually lives right down the street, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's pretty close. I don't even know who I like anymore. The NBA's got a little weak.
It's so weak.
They need to. It's almost like a communist party. They need to allow the players to show a little bit of emotion.
Yeah.
Why can't they show
He
emotion?
he throws the ball down and it's like, burp, get out of here. That Luka one, he looked at the ref. The ref was like, I don't think I like you. He was like, Tech, you're out of here. I texted you right after.
We will be discussing that later on. But
Yeah.
back to
what we're talking about.
back to street education and school education. Just figure out who you are at first, right? It takes a while. Trust me. I have successful friends that I remember. One of my successful friends, he looked at me and said, "After I got on the right route, it took me 10 years to become successful."
Yeah.
Takes a long time.
Yeah. So don't let anything discourage you. But I think school brings. The problem with school is education is a great thing. Trust me, we learn literally
We
every
haven't
day.
Stop educating.
Yeah,
ourselves.
education and schooling are 200% different things. There's some things that I'm actually better at than the things that I actually went to school for. You want to go to school for like X, but then you're like, what's going on here? X. Then if you go through school, like say like 4 years, right? 4 years of school. What's your competitive advantage? What's the difference in you and this other guy that just graduated next to you, right?
Well,
Besides a grade. But that grade, I don't care. If I'm hiring you, I'm not looking at your grades. I don't care about what grade you made 2 years ago on this stupid statistics test. But maybe this guy's going to school me at statistics still, right?
That's a good point, though, because this is where it's going, right? This is where our future is going. The phone that you're holding in your hand is going to be inside your head.
Yeah.
It's already started.
Elon's already started that stuff.
Right? So at the end of the day, you're not going to be measured by anything that Google can't answer.
Yeah.
Right? What you are going to get measured by is charisma.
Yeah.
You know, how you take care of people. Your personality. Endurance. How you take care of hard times. Stress.
I think that one that's a huge thing to really put some emphasis on. How do you handle stress? Because there's been times where I'm like, man, I'm not going to even do this anymore. I'm going to go get a salary job and just do my thing. At the end of the day, maybe I'll be happy for a month, 2 months, 3 months. But after that 3 months, I'm going to be like, who am I making rich?
Well, it's so funny. I remember I applied to this. One time I applied to this big real estate development company and they asked for a resume and I said, I don't have a resume. Let's just go out, get some lunch and talk.
Yeah.
And that was out of the ordinary.
They're like, what are you talking about? Or people that come to, and that's the problem with school. They tell you to be almost too professional. Because if somebody's too professional to me, I'm like, hey, you're trying to either steal from me or you're trying to make me do something I don't want to do. Just be real with these people, right?
You can't build relationships. Remember, I used to be too professional. And
yeah.
then, right? Not two professionals. Two professionals.
Two professionals, baby. Too professional to quit.
Well, no, remember I used to be way too professional, and then I brought you to one of the meetings and you broke the ice.
And I started talking about all sorts of stuff,
I
which
mean,
y'all
yeah,
have already
it had
noticed.
nothing to do with the meeting, but the guys started liking us.
Yeah, he was like, "What's going on with this guys?" But you know, and y'all get to know us a lot better too. But even in a serious situation, I know, and I'm here same way. And a lot of people, right? They know their stuff. But why do we have to be extra? Yes, sir, this and that. That person is actually not going to connect with you as much. But
true.
if you can say, "Oh, dang, that house over there was cool that I drove by." Oh, Luka Doncic if you're in Dallas, or if you go to LA, you start talking about Kobe or something like that. You actually talk about something that you don't have to be talking about in that particular situation, but you connect with, right? Because business is going to be business.
Basically, Farzad, right? We start as friends first.
Oh yeah, all day long.
Farzad could come to me and pitch the shittiest startup.
Yeah.
And say, "Do you want to fund it?" And I'm going to say yes.
Ah!
And that's how life works, right?
That's what life. We've seen some stupid products.
Imagine if we're best friends with Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to even present anything?
Yeah.
He's going to fund it.
It's like, Bill, get over here before I wrestle you, put you in a suplex, and put you in a pretzel and break you. Like, we're going to be doing that. Yeah, that's what we say.
He's our friend that we're hey, get over here, and it will get funded.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, so trust factor is huge in business.
Trust factor and long-term stuff. So, like, if you know this person is just talking a bunch of hot air, he's not going to be here for the next year or something like that, what is even going on? Because he's going to peace out, especially if there's a lot of money on the table. He's going to make his money. He's going to roll out. But you better know something. I've learned one thing. It doesn't matter if you're in one city or the next city. Everything's going to come back around. Either in energy, or the same person's going to come back around, or that person's going to know somebody that you're going to be talking too much to, and you're going to be Donald Trump.
There's another that continues, but we won't say anything about.
Sorry, guys. Yeah.
So anyway, street smart, school smart. Figure out who you are at the end of the day.
That's a huge thing. No, what do you want? Do you want that car? Some people just generally don't want that car.
Yeah.
Do you want that car in a family? Sure. You have to work twice as hard. Do you want just the family? You want to just have a 9-to-5 job? Do that. That makes you happy, right? The street stuff, you need to bleed. You need to make sure that you have it's a gang out there.
Well, the thing is, yeah, exactly what you said.
It's a gang.
If you really want that Ferrari, but you want to be, once again, there's nothing wrong with a janitor. We respect what everyone does.
100%.
But you want to be a janitor, well, guess what, buddy? You're not going to be able to get your goals.
Yeah.
Right?
There's some reality to this, right?
So start backwards.
Yeah.
Write your goal and work backwards. And know that, unfortunately, for even a teacher can't even get that. And we're a huge advocate of teachers.
Teachers need to get salary up.
Yeah, triple that salary.
Triple it, yeah.
Yeah, easy.
Why are we cutting these military or not cutting the salary of teachers, and we're like not even worried about sending millions and millions, even billions of dollars to these foreign countries?
I mean,
right?
I don't understand
for more war for
why
what?
Entertainment, sports makes zillion times more than our teachers.
Yeah.
I say we even start educating our teachers.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the teachers are not even educated enough to teach our kids.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem. There's great teachers, and then also sometimes people become teachers because they don't do anything else.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm going to go become a teacher. It's like, I'm going to make a decent salary of 3 months off. But then you're actually messing with people's lives, right? It's like having somebody that doesn't want to be a neurosurgeon that's going into the surgical center and not wanting to really do it. Do you want that person to be there? That telling your kids what to do? Telling your kids this political thing versus this political thing? They're going to see you. They're going to see your kids more than you.
You got to understand.
That's bad.
When your kids are in school, it's important to know who's with them and what they know.
Yeah.
And how they're going to affect your child's learning. So if we have teachers that are uneducated in real life, that is, it's not going to help the kid. Why do we have kids coming out, even out of grad school? I remember coming out of grad school and I was shocked.
I was shocked. I was like, no one's gonna help me.
Yeah.
I was like, no one cares about me. And that's the thing in school. And how many years do you have to learn statistics? How many years do you need to do like algebra? And I'm not saying these are things that are bad, and that's what a lot of people don't understand, especially with things that I say. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying there should be other things you learn.
Of course.
You know, mechanic. Throw a mechanic in the. I need one full semester of was it mechanistry?
100%.
I don't even know what it is.
Well, sorry.
Yeah.
One of my favorite schools that it's opening up is in India, and it's called School of Happiness. So,
Oh.
yeah. In this
Go
school,
check them out.
In this school, there's no standardized testing. They open stores, and they have basically open a store and see if you can run it. They have classes where you sit there and you meditate and try to come up with ideas.
That's the biggest thing that I think one thing that people need to realize here, the street or school smart or like education or experience. I think the main thing that people need to, what is life? You can go to school, work 9 to 5, make $20 million a year, but have no time, right? I think time to be able to like sit and be like,
that's a good point.
And just sit and like, how many people here, if you have taken 5-minute break today, 5-minute break today, 5-minute break, write down if you have done that. I haven't taken a 5-minute break in some time. Maybe like 5 minutes of just like, don't do anything, rest your mind. And honestly, I probably can't even rest my mind. I've been chronically proven or kind of pushed to this level of like, it's difficult to relax.
Well, how much energy do we have? I mean, right? You put this kid to school until he's, let's just say 30 years old.
Yeah.
And you suck all the energy out of him, and then you throw him out to the wild, and then you expect him for him to succeed even though he hasn't been trained correctly.
And still hustle. And hustle in no business. Like, for instance, like medical school, you go all the way to the end. And then at the end, you're essentially these institutions you're becoming their army.
Yeah, pretty much.
You are becoming their army, and you're trained by them. So if you go to our school, right, AF show school, we're going to teach you things that AF school thinks that's important. That part of that may be things that I don't want you to know. I don't want you to know how to become better than me.
It's a controlled environment.
I don't want you to become better than me. I want you to be a good little worker. I want you to go 9 to 5 and then do this thing, right? But you need to think what comes down to what Amir said. You need to think what you want. Do you want to be able to? And then
if you're happy with being controlled, then you're happy with being controlled. You need to be honest about it. Advertise it. Wear a shirt that says,
appreciate it.
I want to be controlled.
Yeah, don't say, "Oh, I'm being controlled."
I'm sure you guys are
be
seeing
controlled.
a lot of that right now in our environment.
Yeah.
Just say you love getting controlled. And
you want to get dominated.
Yeah, I mean, it's the truth. You want to get dominated.
It's so true.
With it, and there's nothing wrong with that because we don't even know what's right or wrong. But at the end of the day, you're happy with it.
If you want to get dominated, just say it, and that's it. That's what it is. That's what it is.
If you don't want a controlled environment, it's a lot more stressful. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Then you take a route that's where you will set your goals and take that route, and you might never get there.
Yeah.
Because we don't.
You may
know what
never
happens,
get there. I mean,
I
don't know.
It's risky. Everything we're doing is risky.
And the thing is, like, if somebody says that they know, either they... And the thing is, you have to also think, this person that knows, why are they talking to you?
Well,
if you're not at the point.
I don't understand these... see, we're not selling anything. I don't understand these billionaires that are selling courses.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you guys would not hear about me if I was a billionaire.
Yeah. If I was a billionaire...
I'd be hiding.
Yeah, you want to say, hey, just relax and, come find me when you find me.
So that's where common sense comes in, right?
A lot of people don't have that nowadays.
That's it.
And they're going to bamboozle you.
Yeah.
Bamboozle you.
Just take a step back.
Take a step back. Take a second. Was that P. Diddy or was that Snoop Dogg? Take a second. Ding. Remember that song?
When you say Snoop Dogg, I keep thinking about his new Coors Light commercial in his
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. But
Snoop Dogg, let us know what you think too.
Actually,
Snoop Dogg's a funny guy.
Talk about Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
This is what I was listening to him, and he said, "Now when I go into a party, the gangster's out of me. I don't bring the gangster out."
Yeah. Why? The gangster, he did the gangster.
You're losing money.
It's just like 50 Cent.
Yeah.
He did the gangster thing, the street thing.
Make money.
And then he did the, like, quote unquote, like, safe academic or whatever you want to say, just safe thing with business. He didn't go, he's not a gangster anymore.
No.
You know who the gangster is?
What is a gangster, though?
Yeah.
I mean, no one really knows. I mean, do you find gangsters in Beverly Hills? Is it economically related?
Yeah.
You know, it's something to think about.
Who are these gangsters? I don't know. Sometimes I think the gangster is the government.
Because we have friends in Compton that are trying to get out.
They don't want to be gangsters.
Yeah.
Who wants to be even these gangsters, right? They have a family they care about. Why are they gangsters? They want to be able to take care of their family. They know the street stuff. How many people here that are listening to this, and I'm here obviously, how many people do you think that would still be gangster if they had $1 million? Do you think they would still sell their life for it? Zero, right?
Because they don't want, now there's liability and they don't want to lose it.
And even these people that push these propaganda things that sound, these groups that sound like so good and like all this stuff, they go get, do you think they live by the people that they're saying they stand by? They're living in the multi-million-dollar homes and making you pay for that. You're paying for that, right? Or even these religious affiliations. We're not going to get into this because you should put the dots together. You put this dot to this dot, and you figure it out.
Having that common sense. Remember when we were younger? Apparently, this multi-millionaire wanted to do business with us.
Yeah.
And we took a step back and we were like, we're just a couple of bums. Why do you want to mess with us?
I was like, what's going on?
This has to be fraud.
Yeah.
And it was.
Yeah, it was fraud.
Yeah.
And then we're like, what's going on here? And then we've been to, and that's a problem that's going, a big problem. There's no black or white in this. We've been out with a lot of successful people, big time, and all they wanted to do is talk. They were bored. They were like, hey, Farzad and Emmy are nice guys. They don't really need anything from me particularly. I want to go see what's going on because their friends, they're either gone or they don't care about them or they had bad experiences in business or, whatever, right? Or they're not around or, their wife is extra controlling or their mistress ruined their life or like.
I think I know who you're talking about.
But you know what I'm saying? Like all this stuff, right? So and then not every time is someone trying to do something bad to you either. And that's why life is so complicated.
To sum it up, right? Figure out who you are.
Yeah.
Then you can try to see if you want to go on the left of a street smart. And by the way, you're going to have that from the inside as well, right? I mean, I think street smart is common sense. I mean, how do you learn common sense?
I think it's
here's another thing, right? So me and Farzad, we flew out to New York. This guy had a startup. He had created this app and he wanted us to raise him money. We met with him and the first thing he started saying is how he met with these billionaires.
Oh,
and
I remember which one you're talking about.
We took a very big step back and we said, okay, if you met with these smart, intellectual, good businessmen that are billionaires and they didn't like what you have.
Why did they not invest, my friend?
Yeah.
Why?
So why would we?
And you think I'm dumb enough?
And he was lying.
He was lying, right? Yeah.
Our point is, have a little bit of common sense. It helps in business a lot because, people can't bullshit you if you have a little bit of common sense. That's
why real estate is so good, actually. Numbers are the numbers. Amir taught me that a long time ago.
You can't
numbers.
Lie
you can't lie about it.
Yeah.
It's like
if
this
you're
is
a contractor. You can lie, but you can't lie. It's either $4,000 a month with the details below it, or it's $3,000. I mean,
yeah, it is what it is, right? Or like what you're going to be doing, your renovations and all that stuff. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Which we've told them about the big announcement coming up soon, right?
Yeah, huge.
We're going to tell you about it when the
Huge
time's
real
right.
estate platform.
It's going to be the biggest real estate platform that has ever come around. So people that have been, looking for opportunities, especially, I mean, all I hear is, hey, I want to get into real estate. You know what it's actually along the same lines. People go through school. I know people that are doctors. They're like, oh, I want to do real estate. Or I know people that are bums. Oh, I want to do real estate. Now you have a platform where you can do that stuff, right? And people are like, oh, should I go to be a real estate agent? Be a real estate agent, be a broker, all this stuff. There's so many different things going on, right? So watch out for that.
What about Nick, who is 18 years old, and he had a deal with us, and he ended up making $50K at 18. Now, to him, that's like $1 million.
Oh, I mean, $50,000 at 18. I get. I mean, I was not. That would make me.
Was a lot for me.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal for a lot of these people that are not young too.
Everyone.
25, 30, 40, 50, 60 years old.
Has ruined a lot of
social media. Be like, oh, $50K.
You get a 2020 Ferrari and.
People are gonna dog on you. It's like, what are you talking about?
Or the cheap Ferrari. There's no cheap Ferrari. I guarantee you that.
It's just it's a really crazy situation. You know what I mean? But
it's getting late.
It's getting late, guys. Subscribe, click the like, send it to your friends and family that want to hear about things in real estate, healthcare, cryptocurrency, and life in general. We are here. We're here for you. Amir, Farzad, the show that you need to be listening to. Love y'all.
Where's your flex? There you go.
I look at you, I look at